So sorry I missed last week. Last week was crew drills, as I mentioned in a previous video, and it was absolutely insane. We were working from 7:30 in the morning till 9 at night, non-stop on productions. We basically squeezed a month of productions into a week, and we're doing 3 different film sets a day in 4-hour blocks. It was madness, and so I'm so sorry to have missed a video, but I wouldn't have been much use to you anyway. Today I wanted to talk about failure and communication. So often those two coincide because we as humans are not great at communicating for some strange reason. And of course this is the field that I've chosen to spend my whole life studying, empathy and the trading of emotions and communicating that to a wider group of people who may not have experienced the same thing. It's kind of crazy? I think that's the word they use. Last night I had a rehearsal with my actors for my script that I'm going to be shooting in about 2 weeks. And it was okay. There are those moments where you walk away from something and you know that it can be great. But for whatever reason, this time, this moment in the process, you just can't see it. The magic hasn't happened and you're staring at something that's just sort of mediocre. And it's really frustrating. I came back at about midnight and my roommate found me pacing and she goes, "What's wrong?" And I said, "This scene's really important to me. These characters have become real in a way. Their story is real to me because there are other people in the world who have experienced similar things and I need to be able to share that and make their struggle valid. But I don't know how. I don't know how to communicate a story that I see as real and feel so deeply. I don't know how to take that out of me and put it into other people." Which is kind of sad because that's what filmmaking is, right? But we've all had these moments where we look at whatever we're doing and we're like, I actually don't know how to do this. This whole time I've been just kind of pretending, right? And as I looked at my script, I realized it's a story about failure. It's a story about trying so hard to achieve something and in the end falling short and not being able to save what you set out to save, and about forgiving yourself for failing. Sometimes we overcomplicate things when we try to communicate them. We give long paragraphs about why we chose the things we did and the symbolism between the red little bluebird, and we try to show our brilliance in our communication, and really all it takes sometimes is a sentence. Through all of crew drills and all the great things that I learned through that, how to be a gaffer, how to measure my contrast ratios, how to lead a crew, how to work for someone I didn't necessarily agree with, all those things, they were great. But what I really learned this week was last night, this morning, in the wee hours when I was pacing, staring at my script, desperate to tell its story, and I didn't know how. And looking at it and saying, why do you matter? And that's something I think I'll always be figuring out, why it matters. But I just need to find a word or a sentence so that when someone else on my crew or one of my actors comes up to me and asks me, I can tell them. Because. And give them a reason that they can identify with. That's what storytelling's about.